Episode 18, coming to you live from Couple of Issues podcast room. Here we have our hosts, Carly and Contro, and Bruce Wigner. Together we are Couple of Issues. I'm going to roll the intro now.
Roll the intro, Carl!
Couple of Issues.
That was scary.
That was an action news sequence. I'm your host, Bruce Wigner.
And I'm Carly and Contro. And like I said, we are a Couple of Issues.
Welcome to the Koi Pod.
I always feel really, I get really weird when we start recording.
Yeah.
My voice changes.
Carly
I do that
always,
vlogging, too.
Carly,
okay, I'm just going to be completely, this is me normal. This is
That's not you normal at
I
all, though.
literally cannot speak normally when we're podcasting or if I'm vlogging.
That's really interesting.
Have you ever noticed,
Well, every time I check the mic.
I get weird. I'm like, hello, check. I don't know how to just be I'm really trying right now just to be normal. This is normal.
Well,
I feel
you can
like.
talk. Oh my God, I cannot. I think I adjust this mic stand 90% of the podcast because I am so fidgety. Just be content, Bruce.
Bruce is a fidget spinner.
As a person.
A fidget cube.
This is episode 18 though, so our episodes are legal.
Yeah, we're barely legal, baby.
Okay, yeah, that's relaxed.
No, we're legal. We're not barely. We're legal. It's 18 weeks. Oh, that's not legal.
Well, no, in podcast years.
Right. Hit us up.
Every week's a year.
We can smoke
right?
cigarettes.
Yeah.
And do other things.
It's getting a little weird.
Like rent a car. Oh, no, you can't. I don't know.
You can rent a. See, that's the thing. That's a myth.
Yeah.
You can be 18 and rent a car. It's just way more expensive.
How much more expensive? Are we talking thousands?
It might be some. I'm also talking out of my anus because it might be
It's not a thing at all.
It might be 18. Maybe it's 21, but at 24 you start to see insurance being cool or something.
Being cool. They're like, you're good. You're cool now.
They're like, you know what? Whatever. Have the car.
Yeah, I literally, until last year, I was like, nope, you can't till 26. I don't know. I've never tried to rent a car. Anyways.
I rent cars a lot.
Yeah. Well, you do
bank robberies.
Yes. And you're like, every time you go to Enterprise, you're like, I need to rent another car.
What's up with the ski mask?
I'm going skiing. See ya. You only drove it half a mile. Anyways, this week was pretty crazy.
This week was pretty crazy.
It was funny and crazy.
God, yeah. Okay, so
Bruce's face is everywhere.
Yeah, dude.
As a magician.
The weirdest shit. Well, it's really funny. I'm going to pull this tweet up. So, we were hanging out with our buddy David Dobrik, and he was like, hey, man, I want to do this bit. Bruce, would you be a magician for this bit where we convince Vardon that he's invisible? And I was like, yeah, 100%. I'm so down.
If you don't know who Vardon is, he's one of our friend's little brothers, and David has turned this family into a bit for his vlogs. It's really funny.
It is pretty crazy
they're
that they should get their own reality show.
They, for real, are a different version of the Kardashians.
What, Antonions?
Antonions?
Nick Antonion?
I'm not sure. Yeah, Nick. Jonah's name is Nick, by the way. And
it's not even Nick. It's Newbar.
What?
Nick is his Americanized name.
You're right.
So he wouldn't get made fun of.
You're right. But their whole family is this super loud, funny. There's 10 of them, Armenian family.
Dude, when you go over there, the energy in that family is nuts. They're so much fun to be around. It's just, the whole time you leave there, by the time you leave, you're
exhausted.
That was a good night. I think I was just at the club for hours dancing.
Yeah, I think I exercise sometimes after. It's so much energy, you're tired after.
Yeah.
You're sometimes I get really overwhelmed, not in a bad way, but my face gets red. I'm just everyone's talking and laughing so hard and loud.
Yeah. Especially his sister Susie's
oh
laugh
my
is
God,
so fucking
it's
contagious.
So funny.
Anyways, we did this bit where we put a blanket over Vardon. We told everybody else to
except
pretend
Vardon.
You can't see him except for Vardon. And we did it. It was all real because a couple people asked, were is that legit? And I was like, yes, it was 100% real.
Oh, yeah. Some people think that Vardon was acting.
No,
we told him to.
Upset. To the point where we do the whole bit and he believes it. And the thing that that David didn't put in that we were doing is David didn't really give me too much context. He was just kind of
as always,
we'll just pretend he's visible. So I was like, what did he said something like this. I think it was just like David's manipulative way to like put confidence in you. He's like, well, I believe anything Bruce would say.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah. Like I can totally do this.
This is why David is so successful. He's very manipulative.
Yeah, he's really great.
But in like a friendly way.
You backtrack
like not in a toxic way.
But in a way of like,
I mean, it
helps
really,
your views.
it's interesting. It's not toxic. It's just like funny, but it does get dangerous sometimes anyway. Like, you know.
We love David.
Yeah.
But so I sat there and I was like, you know what? I want to really, I don't want this video to fail. And I really want to almost kind of freak Vardon out. Beforehand, I got to convince him that I am a straight up magician. So people were like, before he told the family, they were asking, he was just like, yeah, Bruce is a magician. And I was like, yeah, like most people think musician, but it's actually magician, which is funny because I was at a wedding and my friend's dad introduced me to somebody and was like, he's British. My buddy Kevin's dad, Colin, he was just like, this is Bruce, he's a magician. And you don't know because he was like drunk when he said it too.
Magician.
And he was like, you're a magician? I was like, no, musician. So I freaking tweeted like a month ago. Last week, someone introduced me as a musician, and the guy heard magician, and I'm honestly thinking about making the switch.
Just to make everybody happy.
This lovely girl, Cassidy, like quote tweeted it, was just like, I think this happened because of this viral
That's so
video.
funny. Like, what are the odds that you had to do a bit? You got conned into doing a bit where you're a magician.
Yeah.
And a very, like, convincing. You're really, really good.
So
that was very attractive.
Really?
Yeah. You were
the
just
way I
like...
manipulated the family?
Yeah.
So,
we love a manipulator.
Yeah. You were always hanging out with David.
Oh, shoot.
No, so what I decided to do was to kind of like freak them out. I was like, are you guys religious? And I started
that
being
was
like,
so good.
I think you guys were all like, where's Bruce going?
Yeah, I was
with
like,
this?
where's he pulling this out of?
Yeah, I was just like, you guys aren't like religious or anything, right? And I was like, because it's kind of like black magic. Like, it's nothing like too crazy. And like Nick plays into it really well. So he sees what I'm doing and he's like, dude, this isn't like some Ouija board shit, right? And I was like, no. But like, I do have to do like the spell type thing and like whatever. That's why before I do the blanket, like Vardon's kind of like, holy shit, like what? And I'm doing the whole like,
yeah.
And I think I was like speaking Hebrew at some point.
Yeah, it was weird. You're like talking out of your ass.
Yeah, and he fucking fell for it. It was so
funny. Hard. He was sobbing. It was so funny.
Well, no, it was funny after. You got it. Vardon's he's such a good sport.
Yeah.
But
he was very emotional.
Yeah,
anyways.
Yeah. So afterwards we're like, oh, like, so what did you think? Like, David keeps filming him, and he was just like, I can't wait to tell people I was invisible. And this is after we told him it was a prank. And we're like, you know you weren't actually invisible. He's like, yeah. But like part of me thinks he's like, I know I was really invisible.
Yeah, I think he still thinks he was maybe invisible.
Yeah. But
for that short amount of time.
But the funny thing is that video went crazy viral. It was on the front page of Reddit, and it's like me, like, with a blanket in my early November hoodie. So I'm getting reached out to by all these people, like kids from high school I haven't talked to in like literally a decade.
Yeah.
We're like, dude, I just saw you. Or is this you? And blah, blah, blah. Like all these people randomly reaching out.
That's me, a magician.
My friends being like, yo, my girlfriend went to show me this video and it's freaking you. Like that kept happening. It was really fun.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So that was very fun.
It was when we were done with that, everybody, like me, you, and David were like, this is the best bit and like the best prank, not bit, probably prank we've ever seen you do and like be a part of.
Yeah.
Like it felt so good after. It was like, this was, while it was happening, I was like, I cannot believe this is happening this way.
100%. I didn't know how to act. If you watch me, I'm like.
Yeah, I know, me neither. So.
I can't believe this is like how would I act if I was like around an invisible person? Like that was half my brain.
It was so hard not to look at him. So if you guys for some reason to see the video, really short, it's just David wanted Bruce to make Vardon disappear, so he told the family, like you said, to act like he's not there. And Vardon, once the blanket was off of Vardon after Bruce did his little spell, everyone acted like they couldn't see him. He was touching people and they would like freak out because you could feel him. And at one point he was like writing a note because he couldn't talk to us.
And it just said, fuck you, Newbar, which is his brother.
Yeah.
But the photo sells it. Because like even part of me was like, I don't know. I think he thinks we're messing with him.
Yeah.
And then we did the photo, and he immediately started bawling. I was like, whoa, that's really good. And
yeah, tell them what the photo is.
Oh, yeah, so the photo is, we took the picture of David by himself. Like, we had Vardon in the other room, and then we took a picture with David by himself smiling with his camera on the couch. And then when the bit's going on and he thinks he's invisible, we go, if you're here, Vardon, like, let's get a picture. So I pretend I'm taking the picture, but I just have the photo pulled up, and then I show him, and then you don't see yourself in what looks like the picture you just took.
That so sells it. I was saying, like, if he did that to me, I feel like I maybe would be convinced because of the picture.
You said that. That's kind of funny.
It's crazy.
But I guess if you saw the picture and all that stuff was going on, you'd be like, there's no way. Like, I would just say out loud, like, over and over, be like, there's no way. This is real.
I think that if there were a few more convincing things like the picture, I'd be done. Yeah, I'd be like, I'm like invisible now. Thing. Yeah. And it's crazy how everyone sold it because like we're with Zane before that and he didn't go, but he was like, there's no way you guys can pull that off. Like the family has to be good actors.
His family, oh my God, they played it off so well. His mom and dad were even like, his dad's even, I know.
His dad was just like kind of quiet, but he was laughing. Like both his parents were laughing. It was so funny. Even though his kid was sobbing. Yeah. But he cries all the time. It's fine. But we debriefed him. Yeah. It's all good.
No, yeah, he's good. My one friend called me though, my buddy, my Armenian buddy, and he goes, "Bro, tell me that kid is 12 years old and believed he was fucking invisible." Shout out Goldman. That was really funny.
That's so fun. I didn't know 12 was like too old. Like I don't understand ages at all.
You're going in 7th grade.
Yeah, you know? But like, at what point is your brain like, oh, that's fake? I don't know. Like
I don't
before
know.
that,
I guess if with the right manipulation, like. Anything's possible.
That's what magic is, really. Manipulation.
That's what life is.
Oh, shit.
Dang, we just got deep.
Okay, well, I'm going to go to bed.
I wanted to tell you, I think you might know about this, but I just found out about this. I was working with my buddy Sophie, and she was showing me this girl. You know, there's this AI Instagram model, Lil Miquela. Miquela.
Yeah, it's like Miquela.
Is that how you spell it?
Yeah, Shane Dawson has talked about her before. Yeah. She looks like
I gotta pull up.
It looks like a computerized drawing or something.
Here.
And she has a full Instagram, and it's really confusing looking.
She has 1.4 million followers. She gets like 89,000 likes on pics.
Wait, what are her new pictures? They don't look like her. Oh, what?
It's her like photoshopped into pictures with like the Olsen twins.
Oh, I see. Shit. Okay, I thought that was like a real picture.
But then she has like friends, right?
That are also like I don't understand.
Like it's Crazy Rich Asians, so they're like shouting out Crazy Rich Asians, but this girl Bermuda is bae.
What? Like, okay, I'm gonna make a fake.
She's pretty hot.
She kind of is. She's fake though.
Yeah, no, 100%.
These are like Barbies. They look like Barbies.
She even has a story. Gosh.
What?
Dang it. So she's an artist. Do you know this?
I remember Shane was saying it was like maybe a conspiracy to like launch a music career or something.
Oh, she has a music career.
But like I don't know anything.
So here's the thing. She was started by like a tech company, right? She's a fictional character created by Trevor McFedries and Sarah DeCow as a digital art project. Mikhail's an Instagram model and music artist claiming to be from Downey, California. Claiming to be. I like that. Yeah, I'm claiming to be from anywhere. She's been compared to virtual musicians Gorillaz.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, she has a Spotify. She has a song that's 2 million streams on Spotify. That's one of her songs.
Does it sound like a robot?
I'll play it from here, see if you can.
Yes.
So
it's just like straight auto-tune.
Well, there's a girl who's like doing like who will be Miquela, like right. So she does all the recordings. Yeah, of course. Like it's got to be the same voice. So some girl's getting paid to do that.
Oh, lucky.
But think about this. This is what blew my mind.
Okay. Yeah, I'm so confused. Okay, yeah.
So anybody that's seen Josie and the Pussycats, this is where I feel like it's going.
I've never seen it.
You never saw Josie and the Pussycats? Wow.
Well, I've seen Josie and the Pussycat Dolls.
The movie.
I think it was a cartoon.
Yeah. So the movie is, they're basically, the movie's different because the movie's like, they're brainwashing, like the label like brainwashes listeners and stuff. And they use Josie as like, I guess the main catalyst for that.
Okay.
And they go to a show and they put like they have to get these special things to be able to hear the thing, whatever.
Oh.
But if you think about an AI artist, right? So she's not a real person. They could be doing 6 shows in one night.
Oh all my over God.
The world. Right?
So much money.
And she's got a music manager.
What?
Like, all these people are making money off of this. How crazy is that?
So she's like performing at Coachella.
She could be playing Coachella, Germany.
Oh, it's so annoying because people are going to eat that up. Like, I'm going to the Lil Miquela concert because it's weird.
Well, I guess the crazy thing to me is, like, where do you draw the line?
Between, like, seeing a real artist?
No, I mean, like...
Or just in general?
Do we let it stop at Lil Miquela? Because this is going to be... This is going
to be, like, the new music.
You're opening the door.
Yeah.
So now it's going to be, some of my favorite artists are... Because somebody might love that voice. You'd be like, I know it's just an AI, but, like, I love that girl that does her voice.
Well, what do the Gorillas do? Do they do multiple concerts a night, too?
No, Gorillas is just, like... That's actually a guy.
Oh.
Gorilla is a guy that, like, produces and performs. So then he just had, like, all these, like, it was more cartoonish.
Gotcha.
So like, he would never show his face.
How would she perform? Like, what would she look like on stage?
It would probably be a hologram.
Like holograms?
Yeah.
Imagine being an artist, like, just hologram me. Send me to Great Britain. I have a show there, like, anywhere.
I know.
I have a show in Australia. I have a show in like, Vietnam.
If you're a real person and you're hologramming everywhere. But she's literally fictional and she's got a huge following. Isn't it annoying?
It's annoying.
It kind of sucks.
It's like creepy. It's kind of like what Joe Rogan and
Elon
Musk were talking about.
Yeah, which is crazy. We were watching if you guys haven't seen, Elon Musk was on Joe Rogan's podcast. And it's really interesting. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I was like kind of falling asleep watching it because it was late. It was really late at night. And he was saying something like AIs are eventually going to for sure take over, but it might not be like a bad thing. They're just going to be way more powerful than us. So it depends what they choose to do. Because I remember him saying
You remember him saying what?
Like, imagine a computer basically with like arms, legs, able to do things with the knowledge of our phones, like Google, Spotify, like anything you could look up, anything you need to know, it's all right there. Maps, just like everything.
I guess he was saying the issue becomes is when it's you use AI as like a war tactic, like we're gonna like launch AI on other basically robots on other people.
Does that mean like robots that are like running?
I mean, I don't
like
know.
A little thing.
It could be anything, I guess. It depends.
Yeah.
But he says it becomes a problem when we start using AI on each other. So if you're able to like form this thing that's like so smart, but you can program it to do whatever you want. What if that starts killing people?
Yeah.
Like, that's when it gets really scary.
God. And
I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be dead by then. He's also saying our phones are an AI extension of us because it has all our information, everything we look up, all our text conversations, all of our calls, all of our everything.
It's nuts how attached to it we are.
Yeah. Our phones.
Yeah, it's really scary.
Just like, what's the word? Not electronics, but maybe it is. Yeah, we're just like so attached to electronics and like data. Like all of our data is like in our phones.
Yeah.
Like if you had my password, you would know everything.
Well, yeah.
Basically.
And the
all
idea
of our money,
of
like everything.
Being like, we can't go 5 minutes without like, okay, I don't have my phone.
Yeah.
I can't leave the house.
No, yeah. If you're starting to drive away, you're like, well, I literally have to go back to get it. Like, I'm not going to go without it.
And how often do you ever forget your phone anywhere?
Yeah. Hardly
That's
ever.
like, I remember my phone. I forgot my keys.
Yeah.
Like, I need to get into my apartment. Like, but I brought my phone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Literally everywhere. That's crazy. Well, speaking of artists, real artists that are not AI. I saw that Paramore, was it in Nashville?
Yeah, Sam was there. My buddy Sam was there.
Yeah, our buddy Sam, yeah. She Paramore decided it was their last night they were ever going to play Misery Business for a while.
Business of misery, let's take it from the top. Whoa, I never meant to brag.
Which is so crazy because it's one of their biggest songs, which is like...
Yeah, I guess that was like their biggest...
And it was all over radio. Like for a band like them, it was like so big.
Their first biggest song.
Their first biggest.
That like really put them on mainstream, right?
Yeah, because the song was still like pop punkish, like whatever. And it's interesting though because I know that every time that they sing it now, Haley does this like 15-minute speech about how like the times were different and like I don't really know what she said, but it was like she was just saying how she doesn't believe in the lyrics anymore because it was like once a whore, you're nothing more.
I'm sorry
that'll never change. And like he's mine now, like basically like bragging like she got her man, like some other girl's man, which because
calling the other girl a whore.
Yeah, calling the other girl a whore, being like, you'll always be that. Like, you'll never change, basically. So it's pretty crazy. That's the last time they're ever going to play it because it was such a big song.
Well, I mean, that's the tough thing is, like, when you write lyrics. Like, I remember I wrote this song. And it was, like, so mean. And it's, like, at the time, you don't know what words mean, you know? It's, like, almost like I was old enough to know what the words meant, but it was just, like, I was just, like, bitter and angry. So I was just, like, literally, there was this girl that I was like really into, and this is so dumb. I was really into this girl, and she like had like hooked up, and I don't mean had sex with, like she kissed a couple other guys in my dorm. But like I had a thing for her, and I thought we had a thing, but then like I was like she was supposed to like come hang out, and then I was just like waiting, and then me and my friend just like were like hanging out in the hall, and I watched her go out of this other guy's room, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like that sucks. Like we were supposed to hang out, and she's like with this other guy." So I wrote this song, and the first line is "Danger, danger, lock your door. There's a whore on the 3rd floor." It's so mean, and like
okay, Paramore.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it was like after that, so it's weird that like I guess Haley kind of influenced
whore
me
on the
in a way.
3rd floor.
You know what I mean? Because after that song came out,
funny.
but it was just like and I've apologized to her since because it was really dumb. But
yeah, did she hear the song?
Oh yeah, it came out and she was like, "So who's that about?"
Oh, she
like,
knew.
I'm so
oh
sorry.
my god.
And then like I played it off. I was like, whatever. And then eventually like she was just like, it's like it's so dumb. And I was like, I know, I'm really sorry. And then she like came to a show and it was funny. But
danger, danger. Like that's how I think you would sing it.
It's like, danger, danger, lock your door. There's a whore on the 3rd floor.
Oh my god, that's literally what it sounds like.
That's how it goes.
He played that for me a couple of months ago when we were in Philly, like on a CD.
Yeah, and like the chorus.
That's exactly what he sounds like.
Your goddamn mind.
Your pop punk voice is still so good.
I can't.
When you tune it in.
Can't get.
When you tune it in and you sing it.
Pop punk voice. As I'm wearing a Carly Earn shirt.
Thanks.
But yeah, so that I mean, I totally understand. It is crazy though that that's one of their biggest songs. But good on them to be like, hey, if that's the reason you're coming to the show, sorry, but I don't agree with those lyrics.
Yeah.
She should make like the new version.
I was gonna say, or like an alternate version, like once a whore, that's okay. You're still more than that.
Well, I never meant to brag, but he'll do whatever he wants, It's his own choice and mine, and also yours too.
It's like 2018 version. Twitter woke version of Misery Business.
Everybody wins.
We wrote, it's like a viral video. Like, we rewrote Misery Business to fit 2018. She should do that just for fun. I don't know. Probably not. She doesn't want to draw attention to it.
Once a human, nothing more. I'm sorry. That'll
Once
never
a human,
change.
Once a girl, you're everything you could ever want to be.
Unless you
can
don't,
do anything.
You can change and be something else. Oh, we can be whatever we want. Rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's so weird. Like,
it's nuts.
It feels. I feel like people are so sad. Like, obviously, people are sad about every celebrity death and everything, but this one feels way different.
This one hit hard.
Yeah. Because I think a lot of people grew up with his music. Like, I never really listened to him.
Man.
But so many people were like, I listened to all through high school, and he was like the party. Like, everyone listened to it at parties and stuff, and like we all kind of grew with him. And just like the whole, like, he's been in the spotlight so much.
Yeah.
And it's just sad. Like, it's so sad. It seemed like he was, obviously we don't know him at all, but I was watching interviews of him like a couple months ago, and they're like asking about Ariana. He's like, no, like, because they were like, what do you think of Ariana and Pete? Like, that's, because like for Mac, I'm sure it was like so strange because they're so different. And he was like, I mean, it's definitely weird, but I think, you know, we're both moved on, and I just want the best for her, and I'm sure she wants the best for me. So like, it seemed very like, on the outside, I don't know what it is on the inside, but it seemed very... like mutual. I don't know. But it sucks because people are blaming Ariana, which is so insane.
Dude, it's fucking nuts. Like, that's fucking bullshit. Like, God. Yeah, that's really, really annoying. Dang
Yeah,
it.
poor girl. Because she already...
Carly's fixing my hair.
I'm fixing his
That's
hair.
why I'm saying thanks.
It's not, yeah, there you go.
She's been through so much shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and obviously, like, Mac he went through so much shit too. And, like, I don't know what just happened. The audio, like, cut out. It's never cut out before. That was, like, kind of bizarre. That's why the video probably...
Yeah, that was weird.
The audio that was weird. Anyways, that kind of freaked me out. What I was going to say is...
so sad. Just, like, so sudden. I don't know. Like, obviously, all celebrity deaths are pretty sudden, but, like, it was just crazy. Like, he had a tour coming up next month, and his album just dropped.
Yeah, he just did a hotel cafe show to 100 people.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was really sick.
And John Mayer was super, into him, and I think he went to that show, too.
That's what's nuts. Like, so many people, like, I've never seen it this much that so many people were like posting about Mac, just being like, he was just a good dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you don't really see
like,
that.
Oh,
that
we
often.
lost a legend. You know, it's like it was more than that. It was like deeper than that. It's just like when so many people across the board are just like, this one hurts. You know? It's like not to say any other one was any less, but man, I don't know what it is. Maybe, you know, because it's like I follow a ton of musicians and I just saw more of that. But it was just like really nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, it was all over. A lot of musicians too were like, he helped me. Like he reached out when I started and gave me advice and stuff. Like I saw a bunch of that too, which is like so nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit sucks, man. R.I.P. Mac Miller.
Very sudden.
But I saw Nick Swardson, who's one of my favorite comedians. He posted a picture with Mac. He was like one of them. And I figured I'll just use that as a segue because when we were, it's like really ironic that we I don't know, I think it was before, we watched Nick Swardson has a stand-up. It's called Seriously, Who Farted? So I'm just going to like just bring the podcast back up. But so I saw that he posted a picture with Max, so it just made me think of it, that I wanted to show Carly this joke. I forget what we were watching, but I was like, oh, it's like Nick Swardson has this really funny joke, and I wanted to show it to her. And I was like, it's got to be on YouTube, like at least just a clip. And I go to find it, I can't find it, and then I'm like, Nick Swardson, Seriously, Who Farted? Full. As in like the full like video, maybe it's on
full
there.
Special.
Yeah, so then I see it. I'm like, oh, sick, here it is. It's on YouTube. Great. So I click it, and it's a fucking picture. If you're in the back of the movie theater, right? You're like, oh, I got the back row. It's a bunch of seats of the movie theater down, and then
it's like in the top right corner.
Like
the movie screen.
No, on the screen, yeah. So then like in the little movie screen is the special that's playing.
Why?
And it's like, and then they pitched it up so the audio, I guess, could get away with being copyright, whatever. I was like, what the fuck?
Does that, like, really make a difference if it looks different like that?
I just want to know who, like, put the time in and was like, you know what? I'm going to edit this as if you were in the back row. Because everybody likes to be in the back row of the movie theater. Like, maybe they thought, like, this is the next big thing.
Yeah. Like, this is how people are going to watch YouTube now.
Now everybody gets to be in the back row. It's like, yeah, but that's not how you want to watch a YouTube video. It's already small.
Yeah, I don't know. What is that? Remember there used to be some channels like when we were really young, and I don't know if it was a TV show or something, but it was like that, but you were in like the second row and in front of you were like robots or something. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, I don't remember it enough to explain it, but it reminded me of that.
That's interesting.
If anyone knows what I'm talking about, comment below on YouTube.
It was on YouTube?
No, I'm saying for them to comment.
But I mean, what was it on?
It was on some channel on TV. It was way before YouTube. It was like when we were young.
Gotcha.
Like I was probably 6. And I remember scrolling through, and you would see and be like, "Oh, it's that episode or that TV show." I don't know what it was.
That's so funny.
Yeah, maybe it was like a movie review show or something. But it was like almost like that, but the screen was way bigger, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was like you're watching with like, I don't know if it was aliens or robots in front of you. I don't know. So weird. Maybe they got it from that.
Yeah.
But we can move on to some emails.
Yeah.
You want to?
So one, you can follow us at Couple of Issues. Oh, yeah, we have some good news, too. We signed a deal, guys.
Oh, yeah.
As it be coming in the next couple episodes, I guess.
We hope so.
I think.
We think so.
But we signed a deal. Like, we actually signed it right before this episode.
Yeah.
So that means it's coming, you know? And if somebody wants to reach out to that Swipey app that we met on and be like, yo,
they're making moves, so you better get on it.
So you want to get on the train? You getting on the Koi train? Or was it last stop your ass?
Yes.
That was such a confusing laugh.
I was confused.
You're literally like I don't know if I'm laughing.
I was.
LOL.
LOL. LMAO. Ruffle. Remember Rufflecopter?
Rufflecopter.
Look up Rufflecopter if you don't know what I'm talking about.
That's really funny.
It was like way back in the day. Wow, what a nostalgic episode.
Rolling on the floor laughing. Do you remember when that became a big thing? Like abbreviations.
Yeah, like
for stuff?
Ruffle, LMAO. LMAO came back. It's funny. LMAO was like big and then it was like dumb and now it's back.
Yeah.
Sarcastically, kind of.
You know what's funny? There was one that so there was like a list that came out like when AOL was big or AIM was big. Sorry, this is like moving.
You're good.
But one of the ones was P911. That meant your parents are over your screen, so don't say anything.
I didn't know.
bad.
I've never heard that one.
No, it never caught on.
Oh, okay.
So like no one ever.
P911. Like
your parents would be like, okay, you said something about dicks here.
Yeah,
P911. What does that mean?
Penis 911. Emergency.
911. What's your emergency?
Emergency dick.
What the hell?
Emergency dick appointment. Okay, we'll move on. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Have you heard of dick appointment?
No.
It's just like what girls use as like hooking up. Like I have a dick appointment later. Like it's really vulgar. You've never seen that before? Yeah. I've seen it on Twitter a bunch. It's those girls on Twitter who are like super woke. Like
super woke
like
sass
I'll
girls?
say like because guys are so open with like sex and stuff. It's like now girls are like, well, we can be too. So they'll just say stuff like that. It's funny.
Girls ought to be.
We oughta know. Okay, so anyways, you can email us at coupleofissuespodcast@gmail.com. Yeah, you can email us about anything you want.
Couple of issues at podcast email.
Yeah. Couple of issues podcast.
So this, we read this email before the podcast, and I want to tell a story about it. So I'm going to let Carly read this email. Just a precursor. There's a really good story coming. Yeah. And I had to get approval from my own mother.
Like an hour ago. Right before we filmed this.
So
we had to call his parents.
I'm literally clickbaiting before this email. But
good.
It was a story I never told my mom. And it happened 11 years ago when I was a dumb teenager. Let's get into it.
Okay, so
let's
this email.
Just jump into it.
Let's hop in the pond, shall we? I'm hopping in and I am feeling the coys. Hello. Bruce is choking on his pumpkin spice latte.
Bruce's basic ass.
His basic ass. Okay, it says, hey guys, I'm B. Well, her name is B-E-E, like a bee? That's cool. I don't really mind you saying my name. Okay, that's good because I already said it. So one of my favorite things to do is watch your videos while I smoke a joint. And a few episodes ago, Carly mentioned how she smokes weed to help her sleep. I have never realized that Carly was so into weed, but I think it's really cool to have someone as influential as you normalizing the use of marijuana. It made me so happy. Please talk more about your guys' experiences with weed. I think it could be very helpful or at least somewhat entertaining to hear about. Like, what's your tolerance, favorite munchies, funny stories? Much love, B. Yeah, that's funny. I do. Are you already laughing at the story? Sorry, yeah. I smoke pretty much every night to like fall asleep. Yeah. But it's not like I need it. I just do it. I can stop anytime I want. No, but it's just like calming. I really like the feeling of just being like gazing off into sleep. Dazing off into sleep.
Do the pen.
Yeah, I have like a little vape pen. But it's funny because I've been doing that every night for so long, but my tolerance is still so low. Like, I will never smoke and go out in public. I'll never smoke and go hang out in the living room with you or Zane. Like, I can't talk to people when I'm high. I never do edibles. Mm-hmm. You don't, do you?
No.
They're just...
Never in my life.
Have you ever done one before?
Never in my life.
Okay, yeah. They're bad. Yes. You never heard about that?
Tell that story. The beach one?
That wasn't an edible, but it's not like, the edible story isn't that crazy. I just like ate some of it and like your body vibrates. Like I was laying on, it was Brendan, we were all at Brendan McNerney's, like me, Aaron, Brendan, and his friend Alex. And I was just laying and I was like, this has got to be a part of it. Like otherwise I'm dying. Like it's one of those things where you're like, what the hell? But the worst story I had with weed, it's not even, I've never smoked until I moved here and it's legal here. And it's weird because when you are from a place that it's not legal, like I was raised where it was so taboo to like smoke and like you had to like meet a drug dealer and get weed. And here you can literally request one like a Postmate. Like they'll bring weed to you and people smoke in their house. Like it's not a big deal. So we were all out in Venice Beach, like a whole group of us. This was like a couple years ago. And we were watching the sunset, like a beautiful Venice Beach California sunset, and right before we all got drinks, I had one margarita, so I was a little bit tipsy, and then
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so and then our friend was passing around a joint. I literally, I'm not even kidding, I didn't even take a full hit. It was like enough to just be like, oh, it was a bitty one, like it was like hardly anything because like I didn't want to feel it, you know. And I got so like messed up in my, I literally thought I was dying, like to the point where I saw the beach patrol like. I don't think they're real cops, but they like drive along the beach, and I was literally about to be like, I need to go to the hospital, like I'm dying. And I like people were, there's actually a picture, I'll have to find it and put it in here, it's really funny. It's like me and Aaron, our friend Rachel, a few other people, and Zane. I was like so high and like scared. I had a towel around my head and sunglasses on, I think. And I was just good. I'm dying. And I remember Erin was like playing catch and I kept calling her up like, I don't feel good. I think I'm not. She's like, you're fine. And that's all you really need is someone to tell you you're fine. And I remember I kept trying to eat pretzels. And that's the worst thing because my mouth was so dry. It was just like
cotton mouth.
Yeah, it was just like sticking. I was like, now I need water, but like I can't get up and get some because I'm scared. Like I can't even stand up right now. Yeah. That's the worst story. It's not that bad, but it was very scary. But Bruce has a pretty crazy story.
Jesus Christ. So
I love
right
this
before
story.
this podcast, we were talking and we're like, okay, what should we talk about on this podcast? And then Carly was like, oh, we have this email right here. Do you want me to read it? And I was like, sure. She's like, has to do with weed. I was like, yeah, what is it about? And then she's like, you should tell your story. And I was like, well, my mom and dad don't know this story. So
it's funny because they know the story, but not the story.
Yeah. So I know I'm setting it up too much, but basically I had to call my mom and tell her the story before the podcast so that she didn't find out through the podcast. My mom is a very wholesome, amazing, wonderful woman who raised me the right way. Just got to put that out there. And this was in no way from her. It was from my bad friends.
Yeah.
So I didn't try marijuana until I was like 17 years old. It was like senior year of high school. My friends were like, you should try it. And I was like, I was like nervous. And then finally I did it. And then my mom doesn't know this, but then the third time I did it, I was at a friend's house and I was just like, I'm just going to do whatever they do. And which is a horrible idea. And so I decided to, I don't remember ripping a bong. Apparently I ripped a bong. I don't remember that at all. All I remember is smoking a bowl. And
bongs are way more intense, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And so this is my point of view of the night, okay? We go, everyone's smoking, blah, blah, blah. I'm coughing so hard, I throw up. Then we go in the living room.
So sad.
We watch TV, what I think is 3 minutes. Like, I swear to God, it was 3 minutes. And they're like, all right, you want to go get food now? I was like, I literally just sat here. Like, Bruce, you've been here for 3 hours. I thought it was 3 minutes.
Really?
So then I'm like, okay. So then we drive and we get Applebee's.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Eat Applebee's. And then I was like, okay, now I'm going to drive home.
So, like, at least 4 hours have passed.
At least 4.
Okay.
Yes. Since I've smoked. Yes.
Yeah. So that's like, by then you should be fine.
Absolutely.
You would think.
Absolutely, Carly.
Yeah.
You would think that.
Yes. One would think that.
However, so I'm driving with my friend. I don't know if he wants me to use his name. I'll call him B. So me and B are driving. He's in the passenger seat. And so we're both a little high. And it's 10:30 at night. I'm driving down the road. And I'm 17 years old. It's the day before my 18th birthday. I'll
Oh my God.
preface with that. And every headlight that's going by makes me feel like I'm going to lose my mind. So,
like,
like every time I see a light, I'm like focusing on each one. Like,
oh, I'm like getting anxiety thinking about that.
Yeah, so then I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, just relax. Okay, technical difficulties keep happening here at the Koi Pond, but we got it figured out. I figured out what was going on.
Stop recording again, but we're good.
Yeah, we stopped and started recording.
Yeah.
So I'm ripping this bong real quick.
That's a pumpkin spice latte, Bruce.
Okay, you didn't have to out me like that. For
Well,
the
I
audio.
did.
The video's like, we see that you're drinking a coffee. Audio's like, dang, he's a real stoner. Yes, guys, I am. No, but so I'm driving. I'm just gonna pick up where I left off.
Yeah.
So I'm driving, and then I'm like, put the sunglasses on. So I put the sunglasses on.
At 10 at night.
10:30 at night, driving down the road. Now the funny thing is, it's like figured all this out like later and stuff. So I'm gonna tell the story as it happened because the blanks were filled in from me from B.
Okay.
So I'm driving. So just picture my friend in the passenger seat driving and then just seeing me put sunglasses on, not a word. He looks and he's just like, what are you doing? And I was like, hey man, just don't say anything. I'm like, you're going to freak me out.
Don't say anything.
The lights are bugging me out, man. He's just like, okay. So now he's like,
You're just like,
what is
driving
happening?
sunglasses.
Yeah, and I'm just driving sunglasses
God.
at night. So I swear that I said out loud. So I'm driving now. I'm like 2-3 minutes from my house. And as I'm driving, I'm like, oh, I feel really dizzy. I feel like I'm going to faint. So I swear to God, I said, hey man, I don't feel too good. I'm going to pull over and just stop and just have like a breather for a sec because I'm not feeling too good.
Okay.
Apparently what I
That's
said
fair.
was...
That's what happens a lot, actually.
Hold on, let me do it one more time. You might not have heard it. That was it.
Got it.
So B from the passenger seat hears me go, pull into this parking lot, pass out. The moment I hit the brakes and turned into this parking lot, I faint. I'm laughing because nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
Could have been bad. So I faint from his perspective. Then he tells me that he started screaming at me. He goes, Bruce, like, what are you doing? And he said, he was like, we might have been going 3 miles an hour and we hit a tree slowly, but the tree was a skinny tree and it like went through my hood. So my car slowly hit it, right?
So it like parted?
So it parted the seas of my hood. So I guess we had to been going more than 3 miles an hour. But I don't know how it happened, and maybe like we hit a little bit of a downhill or something hitting this tree. But airbags didn't go off, but the car was messed up. So I wake up to him shaking me, and I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, what the hell just happened? And he's freaking out. I'm like basically crying. I'm like, oh, I don't know, man. I'm freaking out. I'm like, I can't drive. I can't open my eyes.
Oh, no.
So then he's got to drive.
He can't open my... Is he high still?
I guess. I don't know. Like, he I'm sure it was, like, fine, but he didn't drive.
Mm-hmm. Oh, like he didn't know how to drive.
No, like, he didn't have his license.
Got it.
So I'm not going to out him.
Right.
But he did save our lives. So then he drives home, so we take these back roads home, and he's very like, like
he didn't
gas brake. And I'm like, dude, come on, just be chill. And he's like, I'm trying to get us there, Bruce. So we get...
So chaotic.
He lives near me. So we park, and I'm like, oh my God, dude, we did it. Like, I'm like, we made it, man. Like, fuck yeah, bro. Like, you did it. And he goes, what are you going to tell your parents? And then I like literally was so out of my own mind that I was like, oh my God, I forgot about that. So he goes, all right, you just tell him you hit a deer. I was like, was the deer standing straight up with its hooves in the air? I didn't hit a deer, dude.
It's so
perfectly
vertical.
Parted to like a tree. And I was like, this deer was just like, like just like straight up went like, you know, like
a skinny ass deer.
Yeah, skinny deer. And so then I was like, all right. I was like, okay, what if I say there was a deer? I swerved
Smart.
and hit a tree.
That's smart.
And they go, and he goes, yeah, good call. Do that. I was like, all right. So I go back to my house, and as I'm walking in, I can see in the mirror, my eyes are red. Like when
just blood.
If you smoke marijuana, your eyes will be bloodshot. And I could like, you know, when you're like, you think you're like, hey,
Fine.
look, if you're watching the video podcast, you can see and if you're listening, my eyes are just normal.
Mm-hmm.
And then you like look in the mirror and you're like, oh my God, am I asleep right now? I can't tell. How can I see my own eyes?
How am I seeing?
So I see that when I walk in, I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? I was like, I got to pretend I'm crying. but my eyes are like dried out. So I fake cry to my
Oh
parents.
my God. What
And I'm like, oh, so I was like, just do this. Just close your eyes. Like, oh my God, there was a deer and I swear that I hit it and the car's all messed up. My dad's like, whoa, slow down. Like, what happened?
You're like, I can't repeat.
And the worst thing that they could have said was just like, we're just glad you're safe.
Oh.
They were so fucking nice, which made it worse. I wish they would have like punished me.
Yeah.
You know, so they were like, well, you know, this doesn't help us because like if you would hit the deer, like that helps with insurance. Like like you could have really hurt yourself swerving and hitting a tree. Like, you know, next time just hit the brakes and hope you don't hit the deer. Like that would be better than swerving off the road. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm really tired. Blah, blah, blah. So the next day is my 18th birthday. So I wake up and God, I feel so bad to this day. So I just told my parents this, so I had to get this weight off my shoulders.
Like literally right before the podcast.
I go out on my 18th birthday in the morning, and I feel like shit because I lied to my parents about this. And they go, hey, we called somebody, so we're going to take your car in to get fixed. It's not totaled. I was like, oh, thank God. And they're like, but we feel really bad, you know, that you have to go through that. So your dad got you a rental car so you can go out because you have that party for your birthday tonight.
At least it wasn't a brand new car.
Oh my God.
Your 18th birthday.
I know.
Yeah.
It was just like a rental car for a couple days. But I was like, holy shit. I felt so fucking bad. And I literally just told them. Like, I lived with that burden for 12 years.
I feel like a weight was lifted when you
Just
told
now.
them. Like,
oh, yeah. And I was like telling my mom, I was like, look, I don't want you to like hate me or whatever. And she's like, what did you expect me to react? Like, you know, you're fine, whatever.
I think she was expecting you to say something way worse.
Yeah.
Something crazy.
I set it up so bad.
Yeah.
But basically, so to answer that email in a very long-winded way is that I do smoke at night sometimes before bed because it helps with my anxiety. I cannot be out in public.
Yeah. Right.
I cannot. I have one more story. I smoked one time at a party and with some friends of mine.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if they want me to out them or not. But it was when I was in LA and went to this party and I was like, somebody was like passing a joint around. I was like, I'll just keep up with everybody, which is like always the dumbest thing. And then our friend was driving us home and my heart started beating so fast. So then in my head, I was like, oh, it was laced. So then your mind goes to like,
what am I on?
Oh my God, there was PCP in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like the dumbest shit. So there's like a picture in my phone, it's really funny, where I was like, I just need to get a picture and see if my eyes are going out of my head. And I look like a serial killer because my eyes are just like wide open. But
it's
what
really
I'm saying
funny.
is,
And your hair's like, you have like red in your hair.
Yeah.
Like you look like a punk. Like you look like you're in a pop punk band. You're just like, oh, in the mirror.
So what I'm saying is, this is the anthem. Put all your hands up. You don't want to be you. So be careful with weed because everybody's different is what I'm saying. Some people can smoke and go out in public and be a real human being but everybody's different. So I think I do have some pothead friends who are like, dude, you're fine. Just smoke and do this.
Exactly,
and I'm like,
yeah.
But everybody's different.
And there's also so many different kinds of weed. It truly depends on the kind because there's some that make you like have more energy. There's some that make you really tired. There's some that are body high. There's some that are head high. So it's just like, yeah. And don't drive with. I think there's like a myth that's like, well, if you drive, like it's way easier to drive high than drunk.
Yeah, but
like I'm just. It's
like,
not
delayed.
smart. Yeah, you're delayed and
sidetracked. You're not.
Yeah,
really paying
and
attention.
your senses are just off. So it's like not a good idea. And like what happened with Bruce, like could definitely happen to you. You know, like maybe it'll make you more paranoid, and might pass out or something.
However, it also has like helped me in so many ways.
Yeah,
I'm so anxious and nervous all the time. Like literally to the point where moving in and doing all this stuff, like my eyes been twitching a lot because I've just been so nervous about everything. And, like, smoking right before bed just, like, puts me at ease and I can actually get a good sleep. Because for a while, like, I couldn't even sleep well.
Yeah.
So,
it's really good for stuff like that. And I know it helps a lot of people with illnesses, too.
Yeah.
Like, really, it's a really good pain reliever.
So, on the flip side of it is that people make it out like it's this horrible thing. But it's, like, a natural from the earth.
From the ground.
Like, I think that's great. So that's the plus sides of marijuana.
We endorse weed.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, we get no brand deals now.
Yeah.
No, we're from LA, man. You know, man. But Yeah. So if
That's why service is so slow
if
here.
you want to smoke, you can smoke. If you don't want to smoke, then don't smoke.
Then don't. It's up to you.
Everybody just do what you want. Don't do what you think you have to do.
Yes, and don't
We're
drive
all about
on
being yourself. You just get an Uber.
Yeah, that's another thing. Nowadays, it's like so much easier to get around if you're going to be under the influence. You know?
Yeah, I would have Ubered home had we had that service.
But you were 17 and it was 1980.
Mm-hmm. Fuck you.
Should I read the love language one?
Did they have cars back then?
Yeah, how did you even get around?
Yeah,
they had trees?
They
had trees? The last one? This will be the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. So somebody emailed, I don't know if I should say the name, so I'm not going to. Said, I just listened to your podcast when you talk about love languages, and it's really good. It's really good points that you bring up, but I think it's important to point out that while you understand love best in your own love language when you interact with whoever, friends, family, significant other, you need to take into account their love language, because if yours and theirs don't match up, it's like speaking Spanish to someone who only speaks English, which is kind of interesting.
That's
it's like
really
you only get, they're basically saying like you only get bits and pieces.
Yeah. It's communicating it, yeah.
Yep. Then he said, the same people who wrote the love language book and test also wrote a test for apology and how you need to be apologized to and how you look at it. Have you ever thought about that as a couple who is now, they're like, have you guys thought about that?
Yeah, that's really sassy.
Yeah, it is.
Have you ever thought about that, huh?
Like, I literally haven't. Yeah. I don't know. I think it'd be a good thing to know while you might have said you are sorry for something, what else needs to be done so your significant other or anyone knows that you are serious. I don't know if this is worded correctly. Basically saying like, it's good to take the test to make sure the person you're with knows that you're sincere about an apology.
Yeah.
Because like love languages,
theirs.
It's like the same thing where like I apologize how I want to be apologized to, because there's different kinds, which I'll bring that up in a second. Yeah, no, that's it for the email. But I just thought it was so interesting because it's so true. Like, because I feel like I apologize a lot by kind of trying to explain why I did something, because I want, like, if someone explained why they did something, even if it was wrong, like, that makes me feel more at ease and, like, understand. But I feel like other people don't want, like, I feel like you just, like, want the apology and, like, and just like and just say like, no, you're right, like not you're right, but like I'm sorry I did this, and not like try to explain why. Actually, it doesn't matter. Like you still did it, type of thing.
Yeah. Because the flip side of that is, to me, it's like, oh, you're giving me an excuse of why you did it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so different.
But I don't care to be right.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
I would rather somebody be like, I acknowledge what I did. Like I'd rather just be like, I acknowledge what I did and how that made you feel. Like for me, it's like if somebody hurts me, I want to know, do you understand like why that hurt me? Like that's all. Like as long as you understand that, and if you're sorry for that or not, like just acknowledge that. For me, it's like, let's start there.
Yeah.
If that's acknowledged, that already makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Because you're paying attention to like what upset me.
Yeah.
You know, that's like my, what is it?
Apology language. I think it's called apology language. Which is so interesting because like, so it's true. I don't know, but I looked up. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask if I. This is really interesting because I don't know.
Yeah.
If I do something to piss you off, me explaining why I did that will make it better for you. Yeah,
like if obviously it'd be like, I'm really sorry, like I did this. The only reason I did this was because I thought this, or the only reason I did it was because I thought maybe this would happen. Like that helps me because it's like, oh, I get it then.
Oh, well, yeah, I like knowing that too.
Oh.
Start making out.
Yeah, but I feel like it can definitely come off as an excuse though. Like it depends how it's said.
Depends how it's worded.
Yeah. But I looked up this test on Wikipedia because I think it's really interesting. And we think for the next podcast, we should both, before the podcast, take the love language and the apology.
Oh yeah, so the apology.
Because it gives you a result and it tells you like your highest and lowest.
Yeah.
So this apology one is interesting. It says, what most people want to know when you apologize is, are you sincere? However, they judge your sincerity by whether or not you are speaking your apology in their primary apology language.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say, so for you, if I'm not explaining why I did it, you might be like, he's not being sincere. He's just saying sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
So it's like, why would he, like, I want to know why you did that.
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
We stand.
We stand. We stand an apologetic queen. When you do, then they sense your sincerity. When couples, friends, etc., learn to apologize in a way that is meaningful to each other, it makes forgiveness much easier. Which is true. So like if you know that about me and so then you start doing that, then I'll be like, oh, I get it. Same vice versa. If I know that you just want to be heard, what?
I just wish you would acknowledge that it's sincerity, not sincerity.
It is?
Yeah.
Sincerity? Wait, which one is it?
Sincerity, isn't it?
Sincerity.
Oh, no,
I don't know.
I'm getting dragged in the comments.
It might be one of those.
I hear the go to 42-16.
Yeah.
Bruce get dragged.
I don't
Isn't
know.
it sincerity?
I think it's one of those
I
words
just
that's
wanted
like
to make a
envelope.
joke.
I don't know. Let us know in the comments.
Sincerity?
What was I saying?
Sincerity. But isn't sincerity?
I think it's like because you have that weird accent sometimes. You say Mario and Mario. I think it's
Is that your accent?
Sincerity.
I
don't know.
I appreciate that you acknowledge my Philly accent.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I think I don't understand how this works.
Sassy.
Like, you acknowledge where I grew up, and that means you care, and I believe you.
Okay, you're going overboard now. I don't need that much explanation.
Okay.
Oh, God. But I want to read, there's 5 types of apologies,
Okay,
I guess,
yeah.
which is interesting. I didn't know. Expressing regret is one. Accepting responsibility is another. Making restitution.
Sorry. Expressing regret?
Yes. The apology,
Okay.
yeah. It
Sorry,
seeks to express.
mine's so slow.
No, you're good. It seeks to express to the other person that you feel pain, that with your words or behavior, you hurt them deeply.
Okay.
Do you understand how deeply your behavior has hurt me? Okay. Anyway, I'll just read an example.
So deep.
Accepting responsibility is another. It's like, I was wrong. That was wrong for me to do that. I'm sorry. Basically,
Oh, yeah,
taking
I like that. I
responsibility.
like that
Yeah. Making restitution. I'm dumb. I don't know what restitution means.
Isn't restitution like making up for
Yeah.
it?
It says this apology language seeks to make it right.
Oh,
if the
no.
person.
It was like the forefathers. They signed the restitution.
Oh,
The
and there's all the
Restitution
Bill
of
of Rights. the restitution of independence.
Bill of Rights more like Bill of Wrongs, bitch. Say you're sorry.
Apologize for that, ho. What is, this apology language seeks to make it right. If this person's primary apology language, sorry, I can't read either. If this is the person's primary apology language, what they really want to know is, do you still love me? Whoa. Your behavior seems so unloving to them that they wonder how you could love them and do what you did. Whoa.
That's interesting.
Weird.
I'm just
What?
thinking about, there's so many times where you're like, do you like me?
I know, I'm
Like
joking.
joking,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I like the restitution constitution. Another one is genuinely expressing the desire to change your behavior. This apology seeks to come up with a plan to keep bad behavior from reoccurring. When this is the person's primary apology language, if your apology does not include a desire to change your behavior, then you have not truly apologized. So that's interesting. So if you want the person, I guess it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
But if I like took your car without asking and I got into an accident, I'd be like, I promise I will never take your car again. Like to you, that would be like, if that's the kind of apology you wanted.
Interesting.
Yeah. Requesting forgiveness. Will you please forgive me? Or music to the ears of the person whose primary apology language is this one. So I guess some people.
Well, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
So you take all these questions and you answer them honestly, and we'll find out
What
who we are.
Who we
as
are.
humans?
Are we humans or dancers?
Does it tell us what's wrong with us?
Yes. It's basically therapy.
I love this test.
It's interesting though, because then we'll learn about each other's and then how we both want to be apologized to.
Bad time to take the test when we just moved in together.
Yeah, we're like,
No,
we're not
kidding.
compatible at all.
I think the interesting thing is that I think we'll find out why we work so well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We're so yin yang.
A lot. Yeah.
We're very opposite on specific things that I think we balance each other really well.
Yeah. I agree. Sorry, I was just thinking of a situation.
Why did you look like in your head? It looked like you were like, "Yeah, I agree."
No, sorry, I was thinking.
Like it was like cry for help.
No,
zoom in on
we-
that, Carly, and she's like, "I agree."
Do you guys
Fakest
remember?
agree ever.
No. Sorry, I totally
kidding.
agree. I was just like thinking like so many things at the same time. Remember we talked about this on this podcast, but the whole when I got yogurt on your pants, and I was like, I didn't mean to. But like you were like, I just want you to apologize. I had yogurt I had like yogurt in a to-go cup and it was in a bag and I was like swinging the bag around.
Hey, this sounds familiar.
Swinging the bag around walking, and I guess it like came open and yogurt went all over his pants. We were outside and he was like, what? Oh, you got yogurt all over my pants. And my first thing was to be like, it's not like I did it on purpose. But like, obviously that's not a good way to apologize. I should have said, oh my God, I'm so sorry first. But that's why I said that, because I was trying to explain. I wanted you to know that I would never do that on purpose.
Yeah.
Because you seemed like I did it on purpose. Like I thought you thought I did it on purpose.
That's really funny.
Yeah. And you what?
What?
Oh, you're like, and then I totally cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I do it all the time. Drag me for it.
No, you're good.
Punks. No, but I don't know. It's really interesting to think about.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about more on the next podcast, but
Yeah, especially when we figure all of ours out.
that happens a lot. Where even not me, like somebody like you do something and somebody gets upset and it's like clearly like you didn't mean to.
Yeah.
But it's like,
oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like I want to explain why I did it so they understand where I was coming from.
Yeah.
So
That's
weird.
really
I didn't know that was like a whole different love language type thing.
Isn't it weird? Like,
I guess everything is like that.
Yeah. That's what, if I've learned anything in the past 4 years, is that communication is everything.
Yeah.
Across the board. Every problem dwindles down to like bad communication. Relationships.
Even
business,
wars.
Wars.
Relationship, friendship, wars.
Spaceships.
Everything.
Planes. It's all communication, you know?
And if you have bad communication, you done fucked up.
It's just about, I don't know, I feel like the biggest thing is like people just want to be heard and listened to.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing more infuriating than you saying something and to be like, somebody just basically telling you, be like, sorry you feel that way.
Ooh.
But, and you're like, yeah, I'm not going to like anything after this. You know
Yeah, don't set it up that way.
Or, I guess my biggest thing, and the thing I hate the most, is when somebody messes up and they will not take blame for it.
Oh.
They'll blame it on somebody else. And it's like, I don't know what it is. I guess it's like, well, if I apologize, I'm weak. So I'm just going to say that sucks and I'm really sorry that you feel that way. But it's because blah, 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 blah did that you feel that way.
Mm-hmm. It's not a big deal to just take responsibility.
Sure.
Yeah, we know. I know. I don't think they know.
Yeah, people know.
Yeah. But for the next podcast, we'll get those done, and I think it'd be interesting to talk about them. And if you're in a relationship, maybe you should do it too.
We'll link
see what it's all about.
the personality test in our YouTube video that'll come out on Wednesday.
We'll link the love language and the apology language. They're two different ones.
Yeah, that'll be on Wednesday. So if you're listening to us and it's a Monday, go check it out on YouTube. If you're listening to this and watching it, click the link below. I made that way more difficult. Just go down to the YouTube video.
Or you can Google it.
Or Google it. But we'll give you the one that we're going to take. So then next week we can all compare
our results together.
And see if maybe we were meant to be with one of you guys.
See you next week.
We're dating a Koi Pond member?
We're opening up our relationship. We're swingers now.
Hey.
Hello.
You know what? I'll try anything once.
Yeah, let's do it. Who wants to come over? But anyways, make sure to follow us, Couple of Issues, on everything. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube.
At Couple of Issues.
Apple Podcasts. And
subscribe on Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
Subscribe on YouTube, which is Couple of Issues.
And you can follow me on social media at Carly and Contro. And you can follow Bruce at
Bruce Wigner, Wigner. No one gets that spelling right. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Couldn't have took Mom's last name of Murphy? Dad?
Omurfie.
Murphy.
Murphy.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week for another episode of Couple of Issues. I'll take you guys out with some action news music.
Bye.